Good morning, student. So we are waiting from so much time about to study about nomenclature, and I am also waiting to explain you this topic. This is the important topic of this chapter. We will study about hydrocarbons, saturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated hydrocarbons, graphite, fluorines, and so on. For a whole chapter approximately will be finished. Only these topics and soap and detergent topics was remaining. So in that we are recently in our previous videos we will study the carbons and saturated hydrocarbons. In that then how to give a name. So we will try to give the name, but how it will, you never studied about that. So this is the portion. If you will be carefully, you will be watch this video, and if you will learn the whole the topic, so you will be able to give the name of any structure that in our carbon, any structure of any groups, any functional groups, you will able to give. They are giving their name. So we will start, don't waste our time, we will start this topic. So you watch carefully and see our first part of nomenclature of organic compound. Now there are two types, means we are giving the name any structure by two methods. First, we are in our earlier stage we are giving the name as a tribal or common names, means from where we get the elements, from where we get the compound, we will give the name of the compound by the sources of there, from there it comes, means the name of the three compounds are derived from sources, means the name of these compounds are derived from sources. Means if here acetum is a source from where we get acetic acid, so the name given the compound acetic acid from their sources, and that source name was acetums. So this is the first method to giving the name. But when the scientists searched newly compounds, so it was be difficult to give their name from their sources. Why? Because from the same source there are so many such types of compounds will be found, so it was very difficult to give the name from their sources. So we have decided to give the name of this compound by different method. So all the scientists will made a center that name was IUPAC name, means IUPAC is a center they are where scientists will be sit and they will find and they will declare the name of the compounds. And the full form of IUPAC is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. It will give the name of any compounds. In a systematic name of organic compounds are given by the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, means it will give the name of any compound where from that the name was issued by IUPAC, we will consider it in our book. Now writing IUPAC name of a compound, means how they will giving a name. So there are some procedure. From that procedure it will give the name. So IUPAC is not like a center, school and university. No, IUPAC is the name. They will it was a type of process from that it will declare the name of any compound, and that was the procedure is here. First, prefix. This is the first type, prefix, then word root, then primary suffix and secondary suffix. So these four method will apply to give any name. So we will study one by one. Then it was easy for us to give any compound to any name, to write names. First, prefix. What is prefix? It is placed in the beginning, means that we will add in the beginning. It is called a prefix that we add in the end. That is called suffix. You will study in your grammar, English grammar, suffix and prefix. Okay, same it is. Prefix means it was added in a beginning, and suffix is added in a ending. Okay, I give you example like prison. Prison means jail, right? Then we will add imprison. Okay, then understand, misunderstanding, understanding, misunderstanding. The miss was added before understand, means beginning of the understand. So it is called a prefix. Okay, then mostly, ly was added at the end of the most, so that is called suffix. So here it was also same. So in that, first we have add a prefix. And how? What was the prefix? It denoted a substituent groups, means from where we get prefix, by the substituent groups. What is substituent group? We already studied in unsaturated and saturated hydrocarbons. In a branched chain that was in a found as a branch, that is called our substituent groups. From that we will consider the name of prefix that we add to the names for the compound. Okay, for if fluorine is your are present in a substituent group, then the prefix was fluoro. If chlorine is present in your substituent group, that is called your chloro. Bromine is present in your substituent group, then it is called bromo. Same, iodine is present in your suffix group, then it is called iodo. So these will be added in the beginning of the names. That is, if it was present in your substituent group, then okay. NO2 is present in your substituent group, then it is called nitro. CH3 for methyl, we mostly use methyl. We will study now. CH4 is your methane, and when we take out one hydrogen from methane, then it makes methyl. So CH3 is your methyl. If CH3 is present in your substituent group, then we will start their name with methyl. Okay, C2H5 for ethyl, C3H7 for propyl, and so on. C3H9 for butyne. Okay, it was all depends on number of carbon atoms present. 1, 2, 3, meth, eth, prop. Okay, now we will study in our next amethi, meth, ethi, eth, prop, how we will declare this name. So it all depends on word root. What is word root? It denotes the longest carbon chain, means how many number of carbon is present in the chain, that declares their prefix name. Okay, now like this, here one carbon present, that's why it is called meth. Okay, we will see in our whole chart up to 1 to 10 and more than 10 also, but it was studied in your higher classes. Now in your book and in your syllabus only this was given. If number of in substituent group in carbon in longest chain, number of carbon is present is 1, then it is root word is meth. Number of carbon is 2, then it is called eth. Number of carbon 3, then it is called prop. Number of carbon present in a parent chain, means in the longest chain, that is 4, then it is but. A means all. Okay, number of carbon present in group is 5, then it is pent. 6 hex, 7 for hepta, 8 for oct, 9 for non, 10 for deca. We will already study see this hexagon, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon in our math if you study in the math, when we are studying about geometrical shapes, triangle, rectangle, square, then pentagon, hexagon, octagon, from there we will taken this name. Okay. Now these two methods we will already studied how to give the name of any compound, any structure of compound. First prefix, second root word. Now third is primary suffix. What is primary suffix? It tells us about the saturation and unsaturation. Means it was used for saturated hydrocarbons also and unsaturated hydrocarbons for both. Nature of carbon chain. Means it's all depends on nature of carbon chain. Single bond is present, then it is used, we already studied in hydrocarbons. Single bond for alkane, means their primary name is ane. So when it was comes in when primary suffix, when we add primary suffix, then if single bond is present, then we will use n. Double bond is present, then we use in. Triple bond is present, then we use ein. Okay. Now secondary suffix. Alcohol. This was in our primary suffix. We will only, the name was depends on bond. It was bond with single, double and triple. But in secondary suffix, it was depends from which group, functional group it will be present. If the alcohol group, then the suffix was, the secondary suffix was ol, and in the structure OH is present, then we will consider it is from alcohol group. Means how we will consider it was from alcohol group, it was from aldehyde group, it is from ketone group. So if in the structure of compound OH is present, then it is from alcohol group. Means OH is combined, it is bonded with carbon, okay, with a single, double, any bond, then alcohol, it was, that compound was it was come in a alcohol functional group. CHO is present in a structure, then it is aldehyde, then we use al. C double bond O is present, that is from ketones. So we will add, when we are going to give their name, we use ONE on one. Carboxylic, if it was from carboxylic functional group, how we will determine? When COOH is present in a structure of a compound, and OIC will be added as a suffix. Ester, alkyl alkonate, these two names, if COOR is present. Amine, NH2 is present, then we use amine as a suffix when we are going to giving their name. So these are the 4 method from which IUPAC declare the name of any compounds. So thank you. We will study the how to give a name with an example, then it is clear how we will give the name of any compound and structure of compound. Thank you.